Hey guys, happy Friday/Sunday and welcome to yet another speed build. If only I had like a voice changer thing on my stream deck that I could press at that appropriate time. But I don't. So yeah, welcome to yet another speed build. This time it's actually another house for my current household, this farmhouse. I saw this house plan and I was like, that's perfect. Apart from actually inside a secret. I built the entire exterior of this and then had second thoughts about it being a farmhouse. Transferred it all the way over to, what's it called? Del Sol Valley, that's the one with those huge lots. So it would have been on an even bigger lot than this 40 by 40, and tried to turn it Spanish. I think I spent about 35 minutes turning it into a Spanish style home and then decided no, this looked better. So we deleted all that footage and just came back to this lot and carried on. So yeah, this did take me quite a bit of a while and I had a lot of footage to cut down. We're still running at like 37 minutes just for the sped up footage, and I speed my footage up quite a bit. It is 8 times the speed of sound, or of light. It is 8 times the normal speed. So just imagine I'm just 8 times slower than this. Yeah, it's painful to watch. But yeah, so this one, as I said, is for my current household. They outgrew that apartment that I showed you 2 days ago. That's the one. And so this is the next one. They have now moved into this. I haven't played it all since they've moved into this. Yeah, I haven't played it all actually. I think I moved them into this, they could afford it. Hopefully I go back to it because I have this habit of like always trying to play to achieve this next level, and then when I achieve it I'm like, oh, I'm bored now. Because I don't feel like they're going to have an even bigger house than this ever. It's already big enough. It's this house, I actually built it and then I took an entire like wing off of it. On the right hand side, like later on you'll see like a huge area, and I was like, whoa, what was I thinking? There's like a whole other house on the side of this. So yeah, I think I extend that out even further on the right hand side. I think you can see it now, it's like fully extended out, and I was like, no child, please, what were you thinking? I think I only realized that when I went to go and do the floor plan, and I was like, no. So I removed that, and oh, I just scraped the mic. Even with that, this still has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, I think. So there is, because they have 2 kids, but funny enough, I built this and then the kids kind of grew up, so I have to change the bedrooms anyway. But it's set up for a toddler and a baby. So they have a little boy and he has his toddler bed in there, and they have a little girl as well. But by the time I managed to earn all the money to move into this, they were both toddlers. I play on the long lifespan, so yeah, I can just swap out the crib for the toddler bed and it's fine, same bedroom, keep it. But the boy is gonna age up into a child very soon, so then I'll have to redo the bedroom and everything. But yeah, I've done a farmhouse that is kind of similar to this, but without CC. If you are thinking you're on console and you're like, this looks really nice, but it's got CC, you may be able to see it maybe when I spin around on this lot, but opposite there is a farmhouse that is basically the same style, but completely CC free. So of course you're going to need lots of packs for that, probably mostly seasons, cats and dogs probably. But yeah, I have done something similar to this but without CC before, so if you're looking for that, go to my origin. It is hey_Harrie and everything. So yes, that was like the generic talk about this build, but there is one thing that I would like to share, and that this is my confession. This is my confession, okay? Are we ready? I think you'll probably know about this, so this confession is probably a little bit old. Well, just a day old. this is my confession, because this is the first time I'm saying it on the mic, but it will be published after the video that I do tomorrow. But my confession is, I'm a big fat dirty liar, and I knew all about the next expansion pack because I built 3 of the houses for it. So yes, oh my god, it feels good to say that. I have been keeping one ginormous secret for like the whole entire year, that I knew what the next expansion pack was, and when this video goes out, the trailer will have come out yesterday. So my builds are still under embargo, so I can't really tell you anything about the builds. I know that one of my builds has made it into the background of the trailer. For example, in trailers, they don't normally use the world lots. They just kind of do some other background or some I don't know, anyway. They don't normally use the lots. So mine has managed to sneak in. So you'll get a sneak peek if you look at the trailer really closely. You get a sneak peek of one of my builds. But otherwise, I can't really give you any details apart from I was involved in the building of said lots, of 3 lots. And hopefully I'll know when I can tell you more details about it. So I'm excited. At this point when I'm doing this voiceover, I haven't seen the trailer. I just got a little sneaky screenshot of my build. So I don't know what is in the trailer, but I plan to do a reaction video tomorrow, which is where I actually will have spilled the beans that I was involved, because we got told we can say that we were involved in the expansion pack as soon as the trailer launches. So that's why I'm going to do a reaction video. It's so exciting. You have no idea. Like, I was like a small child. I found out that we needed to do a Zoom call like maybe 2 weeks after submitting my items for the 21st Sims anniversary celebration thingy bobby, and then I had to wait like all the way till January, and then I found out before I did the video to showcase the items that went in for the 21st anniversary. So when I said to you like this is not even the best and there's more to come this year, that's because I knew this was happening. And seriously, like, dream come true. Yeah, but I'll hopefully be able to give you more details on that very, very soon. I also don't even know when the release date is or anything at this point. So when you find out in the trailer, it's the same time I'm finding out and everything. So we really haven't been given much information. All I know is I'm allowed to now reveal that I've been involved in it. But that's about it. No screenshots, no nothing. We have another embargo where we get to showcase our lots and everything like that. So yeah, that was me, my dirty lying ways. I'm very sorry. I'm proud of myself for keeping such a secret, but can you imagine if you had that secret and then you told everyone and you were the cause of the leak? Never. And it's been really good that there hasn't been a leak for this. I'm saying this, it's like less than 24 hours before the trailer, and they probably will leak it from like Origin. The files will probably go up like a couple hours before the trailer and it will get leaked, and you know, it always does. I wish they would just hold off. Like, if it's within 24 hours, please don't show me. Just don't. It's like, I'm excited for the trailer and everything. I have no idea about the screenshots or anything. Yeah, so please. I'm so excited to get to play with the new expansion pack, and it being British, I'm just so happy that I got to build for it. It's not anything that I ever thought I would be doing or telling you guys that I'm doing. So just like, thank you as well, like, for the support, because I'm sure if I didn't have your support, it wouldn't be an opportunity that was offered to me. So thank you guys so much, and I should definitely keep building, you know. with the new pack, I'll definitely be doing builds. As I said, like, I want to be able to do builds with the new expansion pack, without CC, with CC, a combination. So let's see how the timing goes. I don't have a clue about timings whatsoever. I'm trying to do a bathroom pack this month, and this EP is coming up like very, very quickly, and I'm like, I'm screwed. So warning, there may be only like one build for the last maybe week or 2 weeks of this month. It all really depends the timing of the EP release, and if I have like early access where I've got to record videos for it and stuff. Oh god, I'm up shit creek without a paddle. But it's a good shit creek, you know? It's just like the one, like the TV show Shit Creek. Can I just recommend that that program to anyone if you're looking for a thing? It's really, really cute and it's funny, and Moira is like amazing. Moira is basically like Madonna, but I was gonna say older, but she's probably the same age, not gonna lie. Moira is like, her accent, her terrible like Canadian mixed with English accent is something special. Okay, put sparkles around that as well. Very, very special. But anyway, I suppose I should tell you more about this build. So I've confessed my sins, and now we'll get back to the good stuff. Oh god, I can't wait for like everything to be out. But anyway, back to this build. This build, as I said, was for my current household, and we have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and I have really tried to pack in as many activities into this garden as physically possible, right? So this features a lot of the Jardine because it's outdoor stuff. Sometimes I even forget what items we made because there were just so many. At this point, I don't know how many items are in like grand total of all the collaborations. It's got to be like over 300, I think. Is it 300? Maybe it's like 250. Let's call it 250. But yeah, I forgot that we did the paddling pool. I made a new paddling pool in the Jardine. Also did the water slide as well, so I put that in. We didn't do monkey bars. Monkey bars. But yeah, I'm kind of try to focus on putting on outdoor activities, and hopefully maybe when I'm playing in this I'll finally use the swimming pool, because I have this habit of putting in these swimming pools into homes, like I need a swimming pool, and then I never use them. Do you guys use swimming pools when you put them in your houses, or like or if you don't build it, when you download a house with a swimming pool, do you ever use it? Because I tend not to. But they look pretty. They cost a hell of a lot of money to look pretty, but yeah, they do. So also out here you have the TV there, and it's undercover, so that shouldn't break, because if you put electronics outside and you've got seasons and it rains, they will fry. So yeah, it's all undercover. It just has a few of those island living skylights in the top. I have used quite a few packs in this, but this is only using my CC and the collaborations that I do with Felixander. So it's all readily available custom content. I went with the theme of just all of my CC this week to mix it up a little bit. Next week I think I'll be doing a Felixander week, you know, a combo. Yeah, something like that. I have one build finished next week, but then I have to finish the second one. So fingers crossed. But also, this is good. It's now getting very hot in the UK. Like summer has suddenly kicked in. I'm not gonna lie, we had the worst weather ever at the beginning of the year. Freezing cold, raining. Actually, it wasn't even that cold. It was just rain every day. And now suddenly it's like 26 degrees today, lovely sunshine, nice little breeze, great. I did have to close my window though to do this voiceover, so I am literally baking alive. Just a heads up for those Americans that are listening to this, no, in the UK we do not have AC in our homes because it's not normally that hot. Okay, so when it's 26 degrees, it feels hot to us because it is. Because we don't have AC. We're not prepared for this, okay? We're not prepared. So 26 is all right. Like a window open and you're fine. I think it says this weekend it's going to get to 28, and there was a helicopter going outside. Yeah, I was going to leave the window open. You'd have like the chirping of the birds in the background, but then some brat started playing outside. I was like, yeah, screaming. So I closed the window, but now there's a helicopter going past. You're probably like listening to this and you can't hear the helicopter at all because I always put background music to all of my voiceovers. So you're just like, what is she talking about? I can't hear the helicopter, but it is. I'm not crazy. It's in the background. But yeah, so we've already gone into the interior. So as you saw in the exterior, loads and loads of stuff in there. I hope you enjoyed the footage of it. And now we're in the interior. I really wanted this almost to be... I see a lot of these farmhouses in America. They're American, but they're kind of European inspired, but also not. If you get what I mean, like when they're doing it, they're using European things, but it's very much designed by an American. So I don't know if you know this one that I actually do like is an architecture firm. Well, I don't know if it's an architecture firm. Should she call herself an architect? I don't think so. It's an interior design firm called Studio McGee, and they always seem to do these farmhouses. And then, but she has, I think, great taste in interiors. So I was kind of thinking of that vibe. That was what I was going for, ish, but not. I almost felt like it should be someone in California. Like California you can have so many different styles of homes. You don't really have a style for the area, so you just do whatever style you want. And for that, I was thinking, hey, yeah, maybe this is like California, because I see my Sims maybe being there. That's why I almost tried to put it in Del Sol Valley, because I was like the Cali vibes. I really wanted to have it, but it's kind of rustic, but modern, but cozy, but it's very light and well, and not too light, because sometimes you can use too many light colors. Like if you put a light floor down along with white walls, it can kind of just be like meh, kind of washed out. But I kept this flooring from Jungle Adventures that I think is just still bloody brilliant. You know, there's just a thing of beauty. An actual thing of beauty is that floor. I really love it. God, just more wooden. Can we have more wooden floors? Because we just need them. I love it. All the color variation and everything, and just if I could, I would just like that in more swatches, please. And not even more swatches for me, because if I recolored that would be like flat. It wouldn't have all the the tone variation in it. So yeah, please, dear EA. And even though I did the builds for New EP, I'm not that close, okay? I can't just say, hey, dude, can I get like another color variation, please? I wish I could, but it's not a thing. But anyway, yeah. So the kitchen, I swapped out. I think I originally had different windows in here. I had like Moschino windows. I have to say those are great windows, and they combine really well with the brownstone windows that I've used everywhere else. But yeah, I managed to put the book. I swear to God, there is a slot in this window, and I'm like, did EA add a slot? Because I swear you could never put them up. Like it really did snap there. It wasn't like I just magically, because it just slotted there. So I don't know if they added a slot to those windows or not, because I know when it first came out, everyone was like, why are there not slots on the windows that came with Eco Lifestyle? So yeah, that was cool. And this little addition here is the playroom. I thought it was kind of cool. You could be cooking, maybe like someone sitting there talking to you on the bar stool, and then the kids are there onto the side playing in this little playroom. So we gave them a little, like, you know, sometimes my builds have kids and you can't really tell that they have kids. They're kind of like just invisible and they don't have any toys or any clutter items. So this one, they still don't have any around the house, but we made sure they had their own dedicated playroom, which I never had as a child. Okay, this is some luxury shit. Okay, if you've got a playroom, you fancy. Definitely did not have a playroom. We did have like 2 sitting rooms in the house, and there was like one that was like, as a child you weren't allowed to go in. It was like the precious one. You couldn't go in there, you couldn't take a drink in there, you had to ask permission if you wanted to go in there to watch TV, because they had a TV in there as well, to ask permission and not drink. It was like exclusive, invite only. And then you had the everyday room where you just dossed everywhere and ate everything. So I don't know if you grew up now the rooms, like, none of them are precious. Well, you know, I'm a full adult, they're not precious anymore. You don't have to ask to eat in them. But yeah, growing up, there's always that one room that was like precious that you didn't go into it. Same with my grandparents, the front sitting room, you never went in there. It was almost like just for display. Yeah, that was like, no one ever sat in there, you didn't do anything. They had the telephone was in there, but that's all you did. That was it. So yeah, back to this build. So we've got lots of sitting areas. You've got the sitting area outside, then you got the sitting area inside, and this whole like Cali cool vibes that I was going for. The sofas from the living room, the Bellini sofa, I have just chef kiss Felix. It just looks damn good. And for the living room, we made up a new color called creme, which is what the sofas are in now. They don't stay that color, I've got to say, because I was like, come on, take a little risk. This is a little bit too neutral. So they end up in Sabe. But for this, I love the cream color that we created. It's perfect. Lots of times now, I don't actually use white. I use the cream instead of white because it's a little bit softer. And the white in the game sometimes look pretty cold. You know how the game is very blue as it is? So you have like a warmer, this cream is warmer and it passes as white most of the time. But I just think it's delicious and I'd like to lick it. It's a little bit awkward now, isn't it? How do we move on from this awkwardness? Oh, yeah. Back to what I was actually trying to talk about was I used lots of clutter from the living room here, and I'm so damn happy we did that collab because the clutter pieces are going to be here forever and ever and ever. And it was actually a delight to clutter those shelves. So I did the country collection kitchen counters underneath in the little alcoves next to the fireplace. And then put the kitchen shelves above. I must say, next time I do a shelf, I'm going to change the shader to that of a cabinet, because shelves along straights, they don't light up properly. So, this gets me onto my next little talk. So everyone has now seen Plenty to Do with Dream Home Decorator pack. And I don't know if I think I mentioned it in my video I think I mentioned it in the Soho apartment one about the shader being weird on the sectionals, so it lights up weird. And I was talking about, if I made one, maybe I'd change it to the counter one. Yeah, someone did that already, did an override for the in-game ones, so you can search for those. But now all of you guys have noticed that Fong shader is a piece of doo-doo and are feeling the pain that I have been through for many a year looking at the CC I create and thinking, you f me over. Do you know how many times I've looked at my built-in appliances and gone, because you just can't make built-in appliances in this game, because the shader is different for a fridge than it is for a counter. And you can't use the counter shader. You can't work around it like for the sectionals, because there is no moving parts to them. They're stationary objects. You can change it to a counter shader quite easily and you're good to go. But you can't do it with the fridge, because the fridge door is animated and your Sims open it up and it doesn't work if you change it to a counter shader. So I just wanted to say to you guys that noticed the color changes on sectional sofas, I would just like to say welcome. Welcome to the world of shaders. And welcome to my pain. Because there is nothing worse than having this idea of something and then making it and putting it in the game and going, oh god, I wish I hadn't done this. So yeah, I was like trying to think of this kind of half wall idea for my bathroom that I'm creating this month, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to tell everyone that they're not meant to put them in the corners, because corners light up weird. So shelves use a Fong shader, the same shader as that's on the sectional sofas, so that's why they light up weird. You saw them in the alcoves next to the fireplace. They light up weird. Just blur your eyes or something and hop on one leg and you won't notice it. I'm sorry for making you aware of these things, because once you notice them, you really do notice them and you can't go back. But yeah, so I was trying to figure out this like fake half wall thingy I wanted to do, and I realized that actually the cabinet shader was appropriate for it. So I'm not quite sure why the team use a Fong shader for the shelves, but then the cabinets get their own shader, because shelves, you normally have like long stretches of shelves. Maybe they just thought, hey, no, you only ever put like one shelf by itself, but you never do. You put multiples in a row. So yeah, if they could switch over to use the cabinet shader for shelves, that's what I'm going to do myself now from now on. But then you have this problem of like the cabinet shader lights up differently to a counter shader. That's why I changed my cabinets to a counter shader, because they look funky. But if you've got nothing to match to and they're their own thing, then you could just change it. It's fine. So yeah, this footage now, I'm very proud of this. This footage I recorded on my laptop because I was away when I recorded this. I did a last minute trip to a kind of like country estatey hotel co-working space. So there's this place just outside of it markets itself as just outside of London. It's so not. It's basically North London, right? And it's called Birch. The place is, what is it, birchcommunity.com, I think that's the thing. Stunning place. It's like old mansion. You go into the entrance, it has this most amazing like mosaic on the floor, the archway, just stunning. In the reception there's like this old Gothic medieval style panel. I'm pretty sure it must be Victorian, because Victorians, they always fool me. They use a lot of Gothic stuff and I think it's older than it really is, and it's not. So I'm gonna say it was probably Victorian times, but maybe that panel was done in Victorian times, but the building is Georgian, the main part. And so basically it's a place that you can stay, and then they have this hub where you can do co-working. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go back there again. So yeah, that's what I did. And I was there in this hub with other people, you know, and we've been in lockdown for a very long time. I'm not used to seeing other people like strangers. And I was there in this hub with other people working around me. And I was like, I'm going to sit here and play The Sims. Wow, does this feel like I'm a fraud? I'm like, everyone else here is like super successful and is like in the music industry. They're an actor, they're a dancer, they're a musician, they do this, like everyone was on Zoom calls constantly, Zoom call meetings throughout the day and organizing launches of stuff. And there's me sitting there looking to play The Sims and record it. And I was like, why didn't I just record everything and then just do the editing when I got here? So I was like, can people and people could walk behind me. I was like on this island unit. I had this skylight above us. It was really, really nice. It was a really nice place. I would actually recommend it. Food was gorgeous as well. They have a shop there in the hub, and you like from 12 o'clock they sell lunches, and I had stuff. Look, I love a bit of meat, right? I'm never going to be one of these people that says I'm plant-based only, because I'd be like, oh, I'd miss it. But damn, they made some good plant-based stuff. Like, all of it was just so nice. I was like having giant couscous with tomatoes and like a salad. They had cucumber. I never eat cucumber. I'm like, what's the point in cucumber? It's water. They had cucumber with like a vinaigrette over it that had tiny little bits of chili. And I was like, how delightful. I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I eating this? And being like, oh, this is very nice. I had like aubergine, so much nice stuff. Like, you can just get this little, you can have small or large, and that you can get like all three bits. They had 3 different salads, 3 different bowls, and they just dish you up a bit. It was great. So yeah, I think I would definitely love to go back there and work again. It was kind of a nice change to being at home by myself, working in front of the computer all the time. I did enjoy the co-workingness of it all and meeting other people. And also, the greatest thing about this place is that they do classes like arts and craft classes. I feel like a child again, going back to school. And as I've said many a time, I loved learning. So while I was there, I actually booked it last minute because I saw 2 classes that I really wanted to do. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna go anytime, I should go now, because they actually have 2 classes that I want to do. So I want to book those. And first of all, I did candle making. So we got our own little candle. You got to choose from 2 different scents that you were going to make. You had to mix together the oils and make the candle. I did have a little bit of a headache because they had several different candles burning in the room, and I was like, oh, one of those headaches with just too much. It was just too sensory overload. So yeah, I made candles, and then I made terrazzo, which is, I was really interested in the terrazzo class because for this bathroom I'm doing this month, I really wanted to get a terrazzo, make my own terrazzo texture. So I was like, oh, this is a sign. When those little tiny things, you're like, it's a sign. It's meant to be. I'm meant to do this class and I'm meant to go at this time. So yeah, I did terrazzo making class, and I made like coasters. So basically it was a bit of a fail on the organisation of the class. So I ended up, instead of doing 2 coasters, I got to make 4 coasters, and I got given this tray that's like marbled effect. But yeah, I really would love to make terrazzo again myself. It was using a resin instead of, normally terrazzo is like broken up chips of marble with cement to hold it all together and then polished back. But this was resin based. What was it called? Jessamite, something like that. Resin, yeah. So that was really cool, and I ended up doing like a monochromatic neutral thing. So I had like one with a black background and just like grey chips, and then I had like a white one with other white chips and neutral tones and all that kind of stuff. It was really, really fun actually, and I would highly recommend it. I'd love to go back and be able to they have a really nice restaurant as well. So I'd love to go back and be able to sample that. I didn't sample it while I was there. I was trying to be good. I'm meant to be on this diet, So, yeah. But anyway, I have chatted away something chronic, and yeah, this is the footage that I filmed, so I don't know if anyone saw that I was playing The Sims while I was there. But this is where this footage was captured, and I bet they were thinking like, is she working? Is she like here with someone else and she's just chilling? Because I don't think anyone would ever see me playing The Sims and think it was work, but it really was. It was work. okay? This is serious business. Playing The Sims. So yeah, that's the story behind this current footage that you're seeing. So I finished the build completely there, and then I had to transfer it back, and it was really cool. Actually, I think I'm happy that my laptop is able to handle recording and everything really easily. I have a Razer laptop. It does get super hot very quickly, but I always charge it and then pull out the charging cable straight away, because the fans go overtime when it's plugged in because it's using so much power. It has a 4K touch screen, and it just uses too much. It just pulls so much energy that it heats up really quickly. So I always take the cable out and run it on battery. Also, it's very good for your battery life when you actually do have to use it as a laptop and you don't have access to a power outlet. Yeah, that's the one. No, it's not PowerPoint. That's a presentation program. Oh my god. Yeah, when you're close to a power outlet, when you're not close to a power outlet, it's good battery maintenance, if you get what I mean. So here I am with a bit of Tool. I have been using Tool to get like nice non-floating stuff. So yeah, this is the little girls' room that I was going to do. Lots of white and very pale colours. Straight away when I use this, I'm just going to... I think I already did swap out the crib for the toddler bed. But yeah, you'll notice everyone that has done kids sets, the crib is a horrible thing to redo. Some people are like, oh, there's something wrong with your bassinet, and I'm like, no, it's just that if I change a single thing with the base game bassinet, it will break. If I change the swatches, it renders my bassinet like non-functioning. It's really strange. So there is a decorative one in, by the way, with tiny twaddlers. If you get that, there's a decorative one, so you could take out the default over and just have the decorative one if you have the no crib mod. But anyway, screenshots. Thank you guys so much for spending like 40 minutes with me. It's been great. But you know, I haven't really had any feedback from you. You know, you've been pretty silent, and I've had to talk and do all the work all the time. So maybe you could just leave a comment down below. All right. Thanks. Bye guys.